Okay. Right off rip, I like it. I really like the beat. I wasn't expecting JPEG to hop on it the way that he did.
What am I thinking? So I like this one to start off. I don't know, realistically, I don't know how much I'm going to return to this one. Um, I do like the production and instrumentation. I do love both of the verses and whatnot. It's just the intro is a little obnoxious.
I think Xavier liked it too. I bet he did one of those woo type shits when he likes something he really likes. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that maybe he thinks that I like it too. Probably. I don't know.
I think John is going to enjoy this. I feel like he's going to have the same opinion as me, just in regards to not returning to it all that much. I think it's a solid track, but it's just a one and done for me. I'm thinking John is going to enjoy this too, and just not really going to return to it all that much. He might voice that in his review, but we'll see.
Also, can we appreciate this album art, like this 80s pulp art they've got going on? That shit's fire. I'll fuck with that heavy.
Step up. The thing about the theme with Jpegmafia, he's always gonna have a title that actually makes no goddamn sense. So, and that's what we love about him. I think he's more rooted in the musicality more so than I guess the presentation of it. So the titles, there's not gonna be that much thought going into the titles. It's about the music, and as it should be. I'm not even mad at it.
Step up kid.
Okay. Okay.
So Step a Pig's fine too. I think I might like that beat better than Lean Beef Patty, honestly. The production, granted we're only 2 songs deep, right? But it's been interesting so far. It's been really, really fresh. I'm liking it a lot.
Immediately, what I noticed production wise, I mean, I feel like this is the most creative, maybe the most fun Peggy has had in regards to producing. I mean, his beats and whatnot have always been like charismatic in a way, and they've always deviated from the norm. But like, even for Peggy beats, like this so far is like, even in the first half, where it's like whatever kind of R&B sample he got slipped in there. I don't know. I feel like the production on the rest of this album is gonna like outdo his last work in a way, and in just regards to maybe it won't be his best work, but it'll be the most fun Peggy beats that we'll probably hear. And we're only on track 3, and I'm dick riding, as the kids say. But I think that's the what do you call it, trajectory that we're going towards here. I think that's the I think that's what we're going to see throughout this album. Just a lot of fun production and just music in general. Because listen, the album is called "Scaring the Hoes." I don't know. I don't think we're going to get any serious introspective cuts on here, but we'll see. Like I said, we're only on track 3, so like I said, I think John's going to enjoy that one. I think John's really going to dig that.
Scaring the Hoes, I guess, is the title track to the album. So let's see. Let's check it out. 2 minutes and 22 seconds. It's not symmetry, but the numbers line up. Stop scaring hoes. Play that shit out and touch the toes. Play something for the bitches. How the fuck you supposed to make money off this shit? You wanna be an MC? What the fuck you think is that? Say it about this would go bananas live. Oh my. because at first I didn't really know where they was gonna go with it. It was just clapping. I don't have enough rhythm to rap on claps. How do you rap on clap?
The art of scaring the hoes, it's mainly one of those things where it's like, how do I break this down? There's nothing wrong with scaring the hoes is like the same term as cringe. It's only cringe because it's not what the masses, what quote unquote normal person would be used to in a way, right? You're doing something that's only natural to you, and it's off putting to other people. So, and it's I guess I feel like that's the same. It's the same essence of scaring the hoes, right? You're scaring the hoes because, in this sense, in regards to music, Danny and JPEG refused to make music that appeals to the hoes. I mean, there's no auto tune. There's no I don't know what do hoes like.
It was like almost like I don't know, like the orchestra fucked up, like someone like fucked up their flute, but then it just all came together. It was nuts.
I don't know if John's gonna mess with this one. I don't know if John's gonna dig it. I think he was gonna like some aspects of the song, but this probably won't be the one for him. I mean, I'll speak from my perspective. With the flute, the offbeat flute, I don't know how Peggy made that work. I don't even know if that's a flute, whatever kind of wind instrument that was. That just sounded so unappealing. But in the midst of everything else going on, production wise, it sounded fantastic, and it just fits somehow. And like I said, the concept of the song, the scaring the hoes with Peggy and Danny, I forgot his name immediately. Just talking about the concept of the project and whatnot, and talking about, hey, we don't make music that's going to appeal to everybody, and that's completely fine. So I think all that's good and well.
I know Xavier's going to like this album. Like, it's just the way it's going to be. This is, like, right up his alley. So, like, this is more of a test for me. I feel like it's like, hey, Xavier's over there in his bass tower. He's over there. He's just peeking out. He's like, hey, there go John. I bet he ain't even listened to that little swamp water. That dude, they got 800 followers, but he's the most musical of our time. Every beat he does, he makes with toilet flushes and other plumbing equipment. He's in there with pipe wrenches, just and then he takes that, and that's his hi-hat. That's what he does.
I don't know if John's gonna like that one though. I'm gonna say John's not gonna like it. I think he's gonna hear that, and his ears are probably gonna bleed.
He thinks that I'm not gonna like it. Well, guess what? I like it. Next track, Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh wow! Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! Bro, that electric guitar, whatever that is fantastic. I wish they implemented it more in the song. I wish it was like the meat and potatoes, like the core of the song itself. But at the same time, the best part about it is also like looking forward to it in a way. That just scratches a certain part in my cerebellum. I don't know how to describe it. It tickles my fancy. It floats my boat, and it rustles my jimmies. I think John's gonna like this.
Probably thus far my least favorite. I feel like the production on the first three, with Lean Beef Patty, Step a Pig, Scaring the Hose, I feel like those are kind of the showstoppers to open up the project.
But anyway, fentanyl. Jesus Christmas, fentanyl tester. I mean, do I have to bleep half of these names? I feel like
What a hodgepodge of fucking names. We got Lean Beef Patty, Step a Pig, Scaring the Hose, which is just I don't know, kind of a funny name for a project in general. But we got that, and then Garbage Pail Kids, and fentanyl tester. All right, fuck it. Let's see what that's about.
I also meant to say this. Where do you think Peggy gets half of these samples? Did he fly to China and get a quick recording of those kids chanting like that, or is that like a thing on? Is it like an old random video on YouTube? Like, I don't. I want to know. Where does he get? I mean, it's literally. I mean, if we could run it back just for a quick second, where where do you where do you begin to find that? Imagine hearing that. I want to spit bars over this. That's what Peggy said. Peggy heard that. Peggy heard these little Asian American kids um, singing the Korean anthem or something like that. A racist race. That's the best thing about Peggy, because it's like it makes no goddamn sense, his ideas and perspective on things, but it's unique and it manifests into fantastic art. So I don't know anyone else that's. I mean, there's a lot of people that are doing good experimental music, but Peggy's one of them ones, bro. He's just special in that kind of way because he makes those kind of decisions. But anyway, let's get back to Fentanyl Tester. I just wanted to interject with that. I don't even.
This shit's like, that's like pretty much, like this is about my white girl sign album. I wonder if they had to clear the sample for milkshakes for that song. But damn, that's my shoulder shimmy song.
Oh, wow. This might be my least favorite so far, and I know I just went I went on a long rant about how Peggy's the goat and choosing weird, experimental samples for his beat and making great art and amazing music, and he's the best at what he does. Yada yada yada. This was it's a bit too much for me. It was a bit much. I couldn't keep up with it necessarily. Maybe it'll take a couple more listens. I don't know. Probably not. I hate it. I don't hate it. I just don't like it. It's this. If any song is gonna scare the hoes, it's this one. Let's be completely honest. But I don't know. I needed some kind of rhythm, and it just kind of never came for me. This one's it's very disjointed. If I don't like this one, John's not gonna like it. And if John likes this one, then Mercury is in retrograde.
I fucked with that.
Perfect is the next song. What sample is this? What sample is this? What sample is this? I've heard it before. Oh, this is Smash Bros. Nope. That's why. Perfect. Okay. I'm cultured.
It's so hard.
Okay. That's a song that listen, that's a song that scares the hoes, but as I said, they'll come back later. They'll come back. It's also one of those things where horns, it's kind of a cheat code, and that's why Weezy Outta Here has a career. It's one of those things. You slap horns on any rap song, and you got a bag. Oh, hey, you got a bag. Oh, let me pick that up. Let me pick up my bag. Yeah, John's gonna like that one.
Probably my favorite bars on the whole project thus far. Danny Brown's verse is fucking nuts. So it leads up to the name. I think Vontez would be very, very pleased having his name attached to a song of this caliber. It's just fantastic. The next song is called, it actually has two names. It's called Shut Your Bitch Ass Up / Muddy Waters.
All right, let's run it back. Let's run it back. This might be the one. This is the one. This is hard. This is hard as hell.
It was alright. Again, I think right there with Garbage Pail Kids, I like it. it's probably, I might like Garbage Pail Kids just a little bit more. Honestly, I feel like as far as like where Xavier lines up on this, I think we're pretty much kind of in line in terms of, like at the end I'll go over what I think maybe his favorites were and what mine were, but so far I think he's probably feeling similar to how I'm feeling.
I think my only gripe so far is the and this is natural with a lot of JPEG's production. The vocals aren't up front. It's not always mixed the best, and I assume that's on purpose as well. I think if he wanted to, he can make crispy, clear vocals, but he just doesn't. And I think he does it to mixes them in a certain way to fit the aesthetic of the production and I guess the sound he's trying to convey, which is fine. I think sometimes because I think Danny was talking about his sobriety on the first half, and I want to say, and I would like to have heard more of that. I mean, I can run it back obviously and look into the lyrics, but I don't know. The mixing doesn't really do it justice when Danny's talking about something that I want to hear. I think John's gonna dig this. John's gonna dig it. There's not much to dislike about it, honestly. I really like that first half, though. I'm gonna be coming back to this one just to hear that. I mean, the way it comes in. Dude, that's hard as shit, bro. Because Danny isn't even like. I love how it's not even in sync. It's kind of like an offbeat kind of flow. I feel like that's been done before. It's just not coming to me on the top of my head any examples, but it's like, damn son, that's hard. I'll be coming back to shut your bitch ass up.
Orange Juice Jones. Soulful.
Okay, so that was Orange Juice Jones. That was nice. It was um it was a nice chill track. Nothing exciting going on about it.
I like the instrumental. I like the soul sample they threw in there. You got to be fucking kidding. It's pretty cool. I like the soul sample that was in it. I like the rapping on it. Still, though, it's probably not one of my favorites so far.
Could be projecting here, but it's well. I mean, because Danny talked about it when he had Peggy on, or Peggy talked about this when he had Danny. Jesus words. Peggy was on Danny Brown's podcast, and he talked about his appreciation for Danny. That's what I'm trying to say. Obviously, Danny being a pioneer in experimental rap, I think with this album, I feel like Peggy wanted to, I don't know, bring the best out of Danny in a way. If that makes sense, I think he appreciates Danny for what he's done for this subgenre of rap. And I mean, because Peggy was in the last 30 seconds of this song. I think it's one of those things where, especially on a lot of this album, Danny is like the first verse as well. I think Peggy wanted to make the best beats and just the perfect production and environment for Danny just to feel most comfortable and be the best version of himself. I think John's gonna like that as well. I don't think he's gonna be too jazzed about the song itself, similar to me. Like I said, it's not a bad song. It's just in comparison to everything else, it's just kind of it's kind of like an intermission in a play. It's a nice little break. Kingdom Hearts Key featuring Redville. I've heard a lot about Redville. I saw him in concert at the Denzel Curry concert, so he's pretty good. His album, what was it? His last album, Learn How to Float, Trying Not to Drown, Teach Me How to Swim, Backstroking in the Pacific. I forgot what the name of the album was, but it was pretty dope. Redville's good. He's good. Okay.
I think Xavier really liked it, though. I feel like he's going, what? Who didn't like Kingdom Hearts Key? I liked it. it just wasn't no fucking perfect or no damn, no step a pig or no scaring the hose.
It's interesting. Even if you don't like a Becky song, you can at least leave and say it's interesting, and that's what this was. Also, I think Redfield fit pretty good on it. He's like he's not an experimental guy. You know, he's rapping over this mostly like lo-fi stuff and whatnot. So I think I think he fit well on the production like this. I don't think John's gonna like this. I can't fathom John or riding around in his Kia Optima listening to this. Honestly, I feel like if I like it, John may or may not like it. If I don't like it, for sure, John's not gonna like it. That's kind of where I am. I think we have the synergy like that. But who knows? Maybe he loves this shit to death, and he's gonna be pulling up with this blaring out the window next time. And if that's the case, we can't be friends anymore. But that's just the way it goes. And God loves you, doesn't like me. Answer my prayers. Answer my prayers, Jesus. What? What?
Well, if it wasn't evident enough by my reaction, this is pretty good. That's really good. That might be my favorite out of all of them so far. That was so good. I really, really, really hope he had a similar reaction to me because that was fucking bananas.
That actually might be my favorite. That actually might be my favorite song. The ski mask sample towards the end that it kind of made no goddamn sense, but whatever. It's Peggy. I just think it broke the momentum of that outro there. But besides that, this might be my favorite song. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. I think John's gonna love this too. John loves because this is very Kanye esque in a way. Maybe not the rapping in itself, but more so the production. So I think John's gonna dig this one as well. Next track, Run the Jewels. Let's get into it.
So, pretty cool. More or less an interlude. I kind of let it play just a second there to see if it like bled into the next song. You know what I mean? It's so interesting the types of beats. Like a lot of JPEG stuff, it just seems like there's so much going on. Like I can't imagine trying to form like coherent verses and raps over something. But I don't know. They just pull this shit together. It shit's nuts.
Okay. I don't like that one too much, honestly. I was assuming maybe we're gonna get like a Run the Jewels sample. I feel like Danny and Peggy and them are close with LP, so I feel like he could have easily got a sample and just flipped that because that would have been crazy. I mean, Peggy's perspective on the LP beat, just flipping that, because LP's beats are already weird and industrial and already deviate from the norm. So it would have been nice with a song like Run the Jewels. I don't know. It was cool. I don't think John's gonna like that one either. Just it's a little underwhelming for me. But I mean, it's a minute long. Probably serves as like an interlude or whatever.
Jack Harlow combo meal. Let's see what it's about. Soft.
What are these names, Peggy? Where do you get these names from? Is it like type beat producers on YouTube where they just throw whatever the hell on the title just to have it up? Crazy.
Gotta let Jack Harlow sell y'all chicken. Damn.
This instrumental could definitely pass on damn, what's his name? Those 24-hour lo-fi beat channels, that play on YouTube. This I could easily hear this sample on it, and then it's funny just in the context of a Jpegmafia and Danny Brown album. It's the juxtaposition. It's just such a wonderful beat. If you just hear the instrumental by itself, it's like, oh, this is peaceful. I can study for the CRCT to this track, and then Danny Brown just in Jpegmafia just screaming on it, and the narrative changes immediately. I think John's gonna dig that one. I think he's gonna like the production on it. There's a nice little piano sample that Peggy found. Where are you getting your samples, Peggy? Let us know.
But we should do a fried chicken hierarchy video. That'd be interesting. We'll see. Would y'all watch that shit? I think this one's saltier, but this one's crispier. What the fuck?
HOE Heaven on Earth is the next track. We're almost through with this godforsaken reaction, so let's get into it. Okay. I that Heaven on Earth had the same essence as Fentanyl Tester in the sense of I couldn't that was very offbeat, and I couldn't catch it. I couldn't catch it, but it was interesting. I don't think John's gonna like that one either. It's a song. It's two people rapping on it. Those are facts that I can say about it. But yeah, that one's not for me.
Not quite as hard as God Loves You. However, still pretty cool. I like the hymn at the end. It's a nice touch for the production. Probably not one of my favorites off the album, but still pretty good. I don't think it'll be one of Xavier's favorites either. We'll go over that at the end. I think I've got an idea of what his top three are at least.
Gospel heavy samples on here. I'm just wondering how Peggy is approaching these people. Is he going up to a? Because I assume these people have to hear the songs, right? You have to hear the end result. These people, you go up to, I assume you reach out to somebody, management reaches out to the artist that you want to sample, say, hey, I want to use this for my next album, and they say, okay, can I get your credentials and stuff like that? Like, yeah, I'm a rapper, I've made several albums, I'm yada yada yada, have this many followers, etc. And they're like, okay, cool, that checks out. What's the name of the album? I'm just curious. And Peggy's gonna be like, Scaring the Hoes Volume 1. Yeah, this gospel song that you wrote with your husband, that you're bearing your soul on, I want to sample it and put it on my project called Scaring the Hoes Volume 1. I'm seeing if that's okay to use this beautiful gospel song that you were very vulnerable and open on, and it's your most precious and valuable song on I want to use it on my rap album called Scaring the Hoes Volume 1. Is that okay?
Where you get your coke from? Let's check it out.
Whoa! That was Where You Get Your Coke From. This entire album, it kind of, because I noticed on the later half, I don't like as many of the songs on the later half, and that's mainly because it kind of just divulged into this I don't know, it just got progressively more experimental as it went on. Sonically, it's just not hitting for me, and I want to like it. There are tracks I do enjoy on this project. And I think overall it's a good project. Some people are saying it's an album of the year. I think Sean C dropped the video saying that this might be album of the year. I didn't watch it. It was just the title of it, and I saw this album in the thumbnail. I don't think this is album of the year. I'm not gonna say that, but it's definitely one of the most interesting albums. I mean, we're coming back to interesting. It's an interesting album. I think there's a bunch of good songs on here. Like I said, I really like Perfect. Perfect's fantastic. That's gonna be the one. That's gonna be circulating. I feel like, and my favorite easily is "God Loves You." "God Loves You" is a fantastic track because I just love that sample. It's a very traditional rap sample. I feel like, and it's through the filter of Peggy and Danny and whatnot. Just where you get your coke from, and the things like songs such as "Fentanyl Tester." I can't keep up with it, and I want to like it. That's what sucks about it. I want to like it more, but it's just one of those things, man. Maybe I cater more towards the stuff that appeals to the hoes.
That's a solid project. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. When Xavier brought it up to me, I was kind of skeptical because, again, like I mentioned, I hadn't really listened to Danny Brown or Jpegmafia in fucking years, really. I genuinely really, really like this album. I'm feeling, for me personally, if I was going to put a number score on it, I'd say it's like 8.5. Maybe even a 9. "God Loves You." That is the first song I'm listening to tomorrow on my way to work. There's no way that shit should be that hard. My top 3. Number 1, Gotta Go. "God Loves You." That shit's so hard. Step a Pig. Probably the number 2, Step a Pig. And the number 3, honestly, probably Fentanyl Tester. I really like Fentanyl Tester. There's a lot I really like on the Scaring the Hoses up there too. The bottoms for me, probably Garbage Pail Kids was okay. Cho Bitch Ass was okay. And I'd say Kingdom Hearts Key was probably alright. Now, as far as Xavier, if "God Loves You" isn't in his top 3, we're gonna have problems. And I'll break his kneecaps live on stream. But we have to donate for his medical bills because I don't know if he has insurance. But I think, as he should, have "God Loves You." I think he'll have "Step a Pig" on there. And I think he'll have Orange Juice Jones. That's my dark horse.
I'm leaning towards a 6 to 7 out of 10. I'm gonna say 6 out of 10 right now. I know it's not the best score, but I gotta give this some more spins. Like I said, "God Loves You," favorite track on the project, and overall, it's a crazy album. It's crazy, but JPEG and Danny are crazy people, so this is what a crazy album by 2 crazy people would sound like. I hope you enjoyed this this new little segment. Maybe leave a response in the comments if this video was ass or if it was fantastic. Does this video scare the hoes? Does this channel, Wiggle Weekly, indeed scare the hoes? Let us know. Do I scare the hoes? I know the answer to that, but you tell me. Peace.